And we are live. Hello, and welcome to Smart Impressions. My name is Rachel Muleman, and I'm your host, where I bring in all my favorite people within different industries, industry experts, to really shine their light to see how they can add value to what you're doing in your business today and tomorrow by creating the best smart impressions for every connection that you make from this day forward. With me in the studio today, I have no other than a wonderful, beautiful human that I love to call my friend Nina, who's the CEO of Ninth Space. Hi, Nina. Thanks for coming today.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome. I'm really excited about our topic today. It's called Branding Secrets Unveiled. And you are the expert when it comes to branding. So I'm looking forward to some of the secrets that you can unfold today for our audience. I invite everyone to jump on, check some questions, jump in, get engaged, and bring any questions to the table when it comes to branding, because branding, I think there's a lot of confusion. What is branding? And I'm hoping that, Nina, you can help us clarify that and see, why do people do branding and what it actually does for your business.
There's a lot of misconception about when it comes to branding, brands. People a lot of times confuse this towards what is brand, what is branding, what is logo, what is marketing. So yes, I'm happy really to take you through the basics and maybe give you some secrets and tips on how to develop strong brands.
So go for it. Sorry.
No, please.
Here we are at Smart Impressions, where we're helping salespeople, and I say everyone's a salesperson. We're all selling ourselves all the time. And you see these buzzwords: personal brands, personal brands. What is going on with the personal brands? And how does personal brands differ from, the employer that you have and their brand?
Right. So let's start with the corporate brand, because that's where my speciality is really. Brands, number one mistake I would say I see when I meet my potential clients or even clients when we start work, is that they think that brand is purely a marketing discipline. That is marketing department responsible for it. In a lot of cases, people think that brand is your logo, brand is the colors, brand is the tagline. However, brand is so much more than that. I would say brand, if the word brand didn't exist, the closest word would be reputation. It's not what you say you are, it's what people internally or your customers think about your company. That emotional, that perception that they have, that emotional connection that they have towards your company. That is a brand. So it's not just the logo is just a symbol that represents the feeling, the perception. But everything else, every department, everything you do in the company is about forming, not controlling, but forming, formulating, shaping that perception that you want your customers or your employees to have about the company. So
I
brand
love that.
is business.
Amazing. Repeat that one more time. I didn't mean to interrupt. Branding
No,
is
no. Brand equals business.
brand is
It's
a big business. So you're telling me branding does affect sales?
definitely. So let me. So if brand. So if the word brand didn't exist, like I said, and the closest word would be reputation. Does reputation affect sales? Very much, right?
Yeah.
Before you go and sell anything, you need to know who you are. You need to know where your company is going, what company is selling, what market you're in, who your customer is very well. You need to know one of the most important questions: what makes you different? Not just different because I have a better variety or higher quality, but radically different. Today is not enough just to be a little bit better. Today, in order to stand out in the market, you have to be radically different. And this is where brand or branding, as the process of developing your brand, actually clarifies it all. So imagine today, I'm sure in sales, you face it every day. Your main competitor is no longer just the industry players. Your main competitor is the clutter that exists in the market. Clutter of messages, products, features, advertising campaigns, channels, and so on, salespeople. So that's clutter, that a lot of information that our customers get on daily basis. That's your main competitor today. And in order to stand out for the company, you really need to know who your customer is, what problem you solve for them, what makes you different, radically different towards your among your competitors. So
I love
yes,
that you
uh-huh.
I love that you mentioned the branding. It's all about your I mean, it's your reputation, but how you evoke emotion. I think, wouldn't you agree that that is like a key to how people perceive you, what they feel about you, what they initially think, right? And I want to play on this because you have the five senses, right? So when it comes to branding, is it about visual? Is it about hearing? What is it? Does it encompass everything? What do you really? How do you help businesses and brands really identify what their brands is, and how do you connect it with the human experience?
So brand is about emotional connection. It's logically we are emotional animals at the end of the day, and we buy on emotions, right? So we can say, yeah, logically, of course, if it doesn't make sense at all to you, then you wouldn't probably buy it. But if logically it answers the main questions, this product answers yes, good quality, variety, right price. This product, yes, 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 it answers logically all the questions. Then you buy on emotions. How do you feel? What it makes you feel? What other people say about you when you buy that product? What does it add to your, status, your work, and so on? What problems it solves, and how it makes you feel? So it's a lot about emotion. I like to talk about brand. I bring this example from our normal life. Is when you think about the orchestra, and there is a conductor in the orchestra, right? And every department, every person with the instrument or musician in the orchestra is your departments in the company. And the audience that comes to listen to the music that the conductor and the orchestras produce is like your customers in the company. So the brand, the role of the conductor is to unite all your departments, all your musicians, and create a beautiful melody that then the audience would fall in love with, right? So
Yeah.
that's the same with the brand. So if you think that your brand is that conductor and all your departments are the musicians, it's your role to create a beautiful music that makes audience to fall in love with the way. And if one of the instruments is not playing well or don't know what we are doing here, what music we're playing, or who our customer is, or a little bit lazy or not motivated, it's not gonna work. So
Mm.
it's all about operations, making sure everyone is aligned, making sure everyone knows, hey, where are we going with this? What's our vision? How are we gonna get there? What's our mission? Why are we doing it? What's our purpose? Who we are? What's our personality? Our values? What connects us as musicians in that orchestra? Yeah, what culture we're in, and our attributes. So what do we sell? What is the connection, emotional connection we want to create with our audience, and then positioning what makes us different. When all that aligns and orchestrated well, then the audience falls in love with, and they will keep coming back and bring all their friends and families, and then they'll go and tell everyone else that you're the best one.
Yeah, you captivated me with that description. I felt like I was sitting in the Dubai Opera. It was just like I heard the harps, I heard the drums, I heard the percussions. A really incredible way of describing this, because I, I want to tap into a lot of different things here. We only have 15 minutes. We're going every Tuesday and really highlighting some of the best. And you just gave us such a full amount of information and value there. So thank you. I want to deep dive into some other things around that, of what mistakes are you finding people are doing? Because as you mentioned, if they're not harmonizing together, it's never going to
Mhm.
work. But when you deep dive into a business, what are some of the key problems that you're finding and identifying that just stand out prominently? Is it
So
HR related? Is it people? Is it processes? Is it leadership? Like where does it go wrong for in most cases?
most of the cases, it starts with marketing. Yeah, the role of brand they send it to marketing and they leave it at there. So it's usually head of CMO, head of marketing is the leader in that. But where the trick is, like I've mentioned with the orchestra, the role of the brand should be at the board level, or it has to be all the top leaders, executives, all the leaders have to be involved in it. It's not just one department exercise. So that's
Mm.
number one. Since brand is your whole business, then all the leaders have to be involved in it. Number two is people think that it's an expense, right? So, okay, we just put money into this kind of a brand thing, branding, create some logos, some colors, and so on. But think about it, brand is so much more. Brand could be, if developed correctly, could be one of the most powerful, intangible asset that company can have. So when you're spending money on it, you're actually investing in the intangible asset. You can sell the whole operations of your company, but leave the brands to yourself or sell your brands separately. In your
Mm.
balance sheet, in your books, you can have a brand as an asset. So putting money towards it is an investment. And number three is, I think, there are more mistakes and more things, but number three, very important, is consistency and focus. People are really scared to be focused.
Mm.
So with the exercise, we find out, okay, what's our radical differentiation, who we are, where are we going. We write guidelines, we create personality and so on, visual language. We have everything prepared. And then the minute some economical crisis happening, oh, are we right? Are we good? Is that the right way? No, no, maybe we go, and create new campaigns, and people start panicking.
Mm.
But the trick is to be focused, not to panic, to actually be focused and go back to really what makes you different. Who is your customer? What your brand is about. So don't change your focus every time you have a new marketing head, or
Mm.
every time there is a difficult situation, or every time there is economical crisis, or you're not sure, or you just forgot what you were developing a year ago. Brand is never ending process. It's not like you've done the exercise today and then you forgot about it. It's never ending. Brand is your business. So as long as your business exists, that's how much time you need to spend developing your business. Brand. So the focus is the key here. Focus.
Okay, well that's the top stuff that you find that people are making mistakes. So it's great to identify those because you might be listening today and you go, "Oh my goodness, I've been pivoting too much with all this COVID and stuff. I got to find my customers and changing your direction." So I really appreciate that tip. Now I want to talk about what we're here today for is really the top 3 tips that people can implement as soon as they stop watching this so they can look at their own lives, their own profession. They could look at their own business in some cases. Your business owners are listening with us today. When I'm talking about anyone and everyone that connects to another human on some way, shape, or form, your reputation is on the line. Right.
Yeah.
So, what are 3 things that people should be considering and really focusing on when building that reputation, building that brand, and engaging, with that human connections?
So if you are a leader of the company, have the vision. And the vision, I want to be number one, or I want to be the best, is not the vision that motivates people, a lot of people, because it's very self-centric, right? So vision should be much bigger than that. People are motivated when they become part of something bigger and they become part of something that has a positive impact on this world. So think about your vision truly. Is it about, okay, when you become number one, what does it mean for the world? What does it mean for your people? What does it mean for your customer? And formulate vision from that perspective. Once you have it, communicate it to your people. Because a lot of time I see it's put it on the wall in a beautiful frame, but no one really understands what it means.
Mm.
Number two is know your customer. What a crazy phrase that we always say, know your customer. But know your customer, not like, okay, it's a female, 35 plus,
Yeah.
with this income. Truly know your customer. What's their mindset? How they live their life? What they do in the morning? What's important for them? How they want to feel today? More information you have about them, more power you have. And
Mm.
target it. Don't sell everything to everyone. That's a lot of money you need to do that. You're targeted. Number three is know your differentiation. Honestly, be honest, be true to yourself. I have a lot of clients starting with, we are different. We have really good quality. We have variety of products and we have good affordable prices. That's what everyone says. Quality, variety, affordability. That's exactly what everyone else says. Table stakes. What is the
Mm.
standard? So it's not just what else is there. What truly your differentiator that will keep you here in your customers' minds and then in your heart, in the heart of your customers. Be
Mm.
honest, be brutal when you find your differentiator. And once you have it, don't let anyone to lose it. Focus on it. So I think
Amazing. Amazing.
really, if I were to summarize everything I know in 3 minutes,
I
that,
think you did a fantastic job. Now I want the book because this is good stuff. And you know what? We just hit 16 minutes, 38 seconds. We went over by a minute already. This time goes fast. And so this is just a teaser of just how valuable of information you have to share. I can't thank you enough for being on Smart Impressions today on LinkedIn Live. We stream on YouTube so people can watch us across the globe, anywhere they go, and really find out the latest and greatest. So you've shared with us so many valuable tips. I can't wait to share it with my audience and really get their feedback to see how they've implemented some of those changes in their life today to drive those human connections and make those relationships a lot more substantial, valuable, and really stand out. Like you said, it's not top of mind, it's top of heart as well. So I love that. Thank you so much for joining me, Nina. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show.
thank you so much, Rachel. I've enjoyed it so much. I could talk
So
for
much.
another, I could talk
Absolutely.
for 10 minutes.
Too quick. I know it's just a teaser. I'd love to get everyone going, but it's great. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed their coffee. Again, we're sponsored by Dripify, one of the best automation platforms when it comes to LinkedIn and getting more connections. So make sure before you make any connections today, you're implementing some of the changes that Nina suggested for tomorrow. So have a great day. I'll see you next Tuesday for a cup of coffee. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And thanks again, Nina.
Thank you. See you.
Bye bye.